Our topic is about business opportunity. But first, let's start in defining business and opportunity. What is business? A business is defined as an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. Some business run as small operations in a single industry, while others are large operations that spread across many industries around the world. How about opportunity? Opportunity is defined as a situation that enables an entrepreneur to offer marketable products or services to interested buyers or end users.
To put those two words, we came up that business opportunity in the simplest term is a package business investment that allows the buyer to begin a business. A business opportunity is the chance to take advantage of an occurrence in the market for business gain. It is what makes some business succeed while others fail. And some leaders are successful because they see opportunities before other people spot them. They make plans, then build business models to capitalize on the opportunities. There are types of situational factors in business opportunity. First is product or service is still not in existence. Even if your product or service doesn't exist yet, but if you really have a good idea and there's a demand for it in the marketplace, competitors will show up. Understand that being prepared to face competitors doesn't mean simply marking your price as low as possible or being prepared to drop your price at the first sign of competition. Instead, show customers how your brand does the job better. Then you don't have to be afraid to set prices reflecting that value. Second is product or service is already in the market but failed to satisfy the customers, so need to be improved. How can we deal and get the heart of the customer? Introducing a new product in the market is not the only challenging part, but ensuring to meet the customer's expectations is more important. A new product is launched in the market almost every day, but how many actually manage to touch a customer's heart and win over their confidence? In fact, very few. When a newly launched product fails to improve customers, it is indeed a huge loss for the respective organization, which not only invests money but also time and labor into designing, developing, and finally promoting it. Let's now proceed to emergence of opportunity. When people decide they have certain needs and want to be satisfied, or when people discover a problem of some kind that can be helped by a product or service. The presence of unfulfilled needs and wants and or problems alert the entrepreneur to their potential opportunity. Third is the entrepreneur later creates a business that can fulfill the needs of or want or solve the problem. Okay, let's next with opportunity identification. Opportunity identification is a process that involves the search for and discovery of business opportunity. There are some approach to opportunity identification. One is observe change in the environment. Second, recognize a need that customers have that is not being satisfied. Third one is recognize problem and find ways to solve it. So let's now more on describe those three.
First approach, observing changes in the environment. Changes in the environment give rise to needs and wants, and their problems, and an opportunity emergence. Important environment forces to observe include economic forces. Economic trends help determine areas that are ripe for new startups and areas that startups should avoid. Example of economic trends creating a favorable opportunity. A weak economic favors startups that help consumers save money. An example is GasBuddy.com, a company started to help consumers save in the uses rather of mobile devices. And lastly, an increasing focus on health and wellness. Third one is technological advances. Advances in technology frequently create business opportunities. Example of entire industry that have been created as the result of technological advances is computer industry, internet, biotechnology, and digital photography.
Next is political and regulatory statuses. Political action and regulatory changes also provide the basis for opportunities. A general example of this is laws to protect the environment have created opportunities for entrepreneurs to start firms that help other firms comply with environmental law and regulations. Second approach is solving a problem. Sometimes identifying opportunities simply involves noticing a problem and finding a way to solve it. These problems can be pinpointed through observing trends and through more simple means such as intuition, serendipity, or change. Many companies have been started by people who have experienced a problem in their own lives and then realized that the solution to the problem represented a business opportunity. For the third approach, finding gaps in the marketplace. A gap in the marketplace is often created when a product or service is needed by a specific group of people but doesn't represent a large enough market to be of interest to mainstream retailers or manufacturers. The gap refers to the difference between the supply and demand for the product. In other words, it means a customer need that supply has not yet met. Opportunity occurs when there is a need and want to fulfill. The term needs refers to basic needs that the customer must have in order to live, while the term wants refers to a personal desire for something that is more than a basic need.
So now we are going to proceed with the ability to search and discover business opportunities. Number 1, experience and exposure. Creating an experience really impresses purchasers and ensures that they will keep doing business with you in the future. For any sort of business, a superior experience becomes a valuable and unique advantage. It also enables entrepreneurs to become combined with their creative and business roles, avoiding potential stumbling blocks on the way to success. Next is knowledge and skills. Because your company's knowledge is fundamentally unique, it has a high value. It molds and drives your company's activities, as well as your ability to sell or do more and differentiate yourself from competition. Putting this knowledge to good use can help you operate your company more efficiently, reduce business risk, and maximize opportunities. Next is special alertness. According to Zhao et al. Of 2020, he mentioned that entrepreneurial alertness helps entrepreneurs to recognize the needs of customers, to identify new activities in the markets, and to determine the constraints in the external environment. Entrepreneurial attentiveness has an impact on judgments about gaining and maintaining a competitive edge. Entrepreneurial alertness has a direct impact on strategic change decisions and organizational success. Fourth is social network. You can use your social media to communicate with your customers and learn what others are saying about your company. Social media can also be used for advertising, giveaways, and mobile applications. It improves your market reach, including worldwide markets, conduct market research, and save marketing expenses, increase revenue by developing customer networks and advertising, and much more using your social media. Next is creativity. The impact of creativity on the feasibility of a business idea is fully mediated by creative and knowledge-based opportunity search tactics, both of which have a favorable impact on the perceived viability of the business idea. And lastly is vigilance. Vigilance is a managerial tool. It is essentially the management's responsibility. Both external and internal hazards exist in an organization. External threats are protected by the organization by putting in place security and staff to guard against them. And all of those abilities mentioned will result to a successful opportunity recognition. So now we are going to proceed with the mechanism to identify opportunities. Number 1, customers. Is the business, for example, a well-known business or one that only a few people know about? Number 2, distributors and retailers. Is this a company that will expand its network of dealers and distributors? Third is business associates. Is it possible for you to get more business partners in this industry? Fourth is bankers. Consider this since they will provide financial advice to clients, particularly on savings, investments, loans, and securities. Their expertise and counsel assess clients in resolving financial issues while also improving profits for the company. Fifth is consultants. Is it simple to get consultants as you run a firm and run into issues? 6. Employees. Can you hire people while running a business? And a lot more.
The definition of evaluation and selection process. The evaluation and selection process involves judging the viability of the opportunity and assessing its potential.
So now let's proceed with the criteria for evaluation and selection. Number 1, it can make money and has potential for growth. This means that when we go to a business, we should think about this. You should see your business or your company produce money and grow over time, not only when it first starts. Number 2, less competition. Of course, it is better for you as a business owner if your company has less competitors, as this means that your customers will be more loyal to you. The third one is good fit between entrepreneur and opportunity. As an entrepreneur, you should ensure that your company is suited to the opportunities that will arise. The fourth one has competitive advantage. Your firm should also be ahead of the competition in the market so that you can keep up with and compete with other businesses. The fifth one is workable and efficient. Getting the most out of your resources is what efficiency is all about. Your company should be capable of producing more with less money and waste. It also means you won't make costly mistakes on a daily basis. And number 6, not against the norms and values of the community. To manage your business successfully and perhaps grow, you need to avoid undermining your community's norms and values. And lastly, conform with laws and regulations. It should also follow all applicable laws and regulations. You should avoid promoting illegal businesses that could put you and your clients in risk.